I can apply the properties of logarithms. There's 4 of them here. I'm going to raise this up and pause it and give you time to copy them down. And then we'll talk about them, do some examples, and play around with them a little bit. They're different. The logarithms, this is the only class you've ever done logarithms in. And so these rules are all going to be new to you. But if you learn the rules, then it's just a matter of manipulating the rules, okay?
Did you make
So
like space like that for
let me
me?
slide it up and pause, yeah. I want you to have all this in front of you. All right, moving on then. Expand each logarithm. All we want to do here is play with the rules, okay? And so what's the rule when we're dividing the same bases?
Subtract.
Okay? So this is what I common get for a wrong answer. That's the wrong answer I commonly get. Why is that wrong?
Just like saying it's an exponent.
Okay. Try not to think of it as multiplied by log. It's a function. It's a log function. Okay. And so it's within the log function. And so someone says subtraction. You're right. When we're dividing within the log, then when I expand it, it's going to be log base 6 of a minus log base 6 of c. Okay? But you have to rewrite the log each time, because now we're taking the log of each one individually. Okay? Garrett, you should write these down. Okay? So when I do the next one, I expand the next one. Multiplying, right? What can I do? Trent? Oh, I thought you raised your hand. Do you have any other thoughts on how can I expand this one? Look at your rules. Yeah.
Would you do log base of 7 times 5?
You mean log base 7 of 5.
Yes.
Remember, it's a function.
Plus.
Okay, because this is a times right there, right? It's 5 times x cubed. Is that 5 cubed? No, that's not 5 cubed. It does not have parentheses around it like that. And so don't treat it like it does, okay? It does not have parentheses. It's times, so that's what?
Plus
Plus?
the log the base of 7 of x cubed.
X cubed, okay?
You have written it where you log base 7
Okay, so you're saying we're not done yet? Because we have a 3 in there that's an exponent? And how do you want to rewrite that? Should I put a 3 out here? No, because it wasn't 5 cubed, was it? It was x cubed. So this does not change. This is an awesome quiz and test question, folks. Okay? I'm telling you that because I don't want you to get it wrong when you see it again on a quiz or a test. So make sure you have it clear in your notes so that it can help you on your quiz. And then you're saying that because this is a power inside the function, then I can rewrite it as a number out in front of the function. Okay? So now, expanded completely, we get log base 7 of 5 plus 3 times log base 7 of x. That's correct. Okay? Any other questions on that one? Move on now.
We can apply each of these rules to multiple rules like that.
Right.
So I could have all 4 rules in one.
You could have, yeah, if I was really creative in writing the problem, I could make you apply every rule
You should not do
in each one. No, I'm not going to. I'm not that creative. Okay, now we have little different directions. It says write each logarithmic expression as a single logarithm. So instead of expanding them, now that we already have them expanded, we want to condense them into a single logarithm. Let me pause this. Here we go. Log base 2 of x plus 3 log base 2 of r. I'm going to tell you right up front, this is not a one-step problem. I mean, you might be able to process 2 or 3 steps in your head and write it once, but it's not a one-step problem. There's 2 steps here. So can someone tell me the first step we should probably apply? Matt?
Take the 3 and put it as an exponent.
Yeah. So you're saying, and I'm pretty sure that's where Megan was going, let's move this 3 back inside. So we get log base 2 of x plus log base 2 of r cubed.
Right, so just get 1 and that's
Okay.
our cube, right?
Luther, what do you think? You agree with what he's saying?
What'd you say?
And so, you know, you can just put log 2 of x r cubed.
That's what I got.
Is that what you got?
Yep.
So you want to take the plus out, take this other log out, and we're going to pull those 2 together because we're adding the logs. That's the same as multiplying those numbers inside the function. And so I agree with that. This is log base 2 of xr to the cube, or xr to the third. Yes.
Do we have to show the middle step?
We have to show the middle step.
Cause I got it to 1 step.
I got it
No.
one step.
Do it all.
No, you don't have to. The problem I run into is people don't typically handle the powers correctly. And so I'm going to caution you not to put that power on anything it doesn't belong on. And I say that because when you get your quiz back today, you're going to see that you did something very similar, just about every single one you ever wrote. And it's because you took a number like this and treated it like it was x cubed and r cubed. It's not. It's only r cubed. It's x times r cubed. Okay, so I know you have it in you to make that mistake, and I'm trying to get that out of you. Okay? So no, I'm not gonna definitely not gonna test or a quiz. Homework, sometimes we leave out steps, and you're always at my book. It makes me think you're just copying things down. So be cautious there. Let's move on to this one.
Note the half.
What'd you
You
change?
put x in the square root.
Okay?
We wanna make our half in front of them.
We'll make your half in front of both of them.
Yeah, but you like it. Okay, and go a half log 8, like 5 and then x.
Or you could just put. you
But
could
is
just
that
put the-
half out here?
Yes. Wouldn't it be?
Wouldn't you just put x under square root?
No, that half is just on this part of the problem. Okay, and that's,
So we wanna get rid of it?
no, we move it.
Oh, we move it up to the
Yeah.
x to the, is it just?
Yeah, I'm gonna go a little slower than some of you. I'm hearing right answers from people, but I don't wanna lose anybody, so I'm gonna go slow here. Now Matt's trying to tell me that he would not write that as an exponent of 1/2. Instead, you wanna do what?
I don't think that the root.
Yeah, instead of a rational exponent, he wants to write it as a radical sign. No, you don't have to, but it's a good way to handle it.
You don't have to worry about like whole.
Right, you don't have to worry about that mistake of putting a 5 inside there with it. And again, I'm just going slow. I know you're not gonna show all these steps. Okay? Now, when we combine that together, that's something I haven't mentioned, but you have to be careful of. They have to have the same base in order to write them together. I mean, if I had log base 8 and then over here I had log base 7, then I can't bring them together. I can still mess around with the 1/2 that's out front and move it inside here and then write it as a root if I want, like I did over here. But if it was a different base number, then I can't combine them together in this next step. But in this case, it's not a different base, so we can go ahead and do this log base 8 And since I'm adding, what does that mean? I multiply, so the 5 times square root of x. Yes, no.
What do you do if the logs are different?
And just
If the
leave
base
it.
is
Yeah,
different,
if the base is different.
then I just have to stop there.
Okay.
You cannot combine them together. The rules here only apply if they have the same base.
Are we going to be getting into that later? Or is it just
No,
not?
I just don't want one of the homework questions to try to trip you up on that. Okay, I'm not gonna try, that's not the type of thing I do on a test. Okay? Even though I warn you of it, I don't typically do that on a test. Okay, any other questions? Yeah?
So that's the right answer, but like, so like log, like say 5x to the 1/2.
Log base A to 5x to 1/2 is right, as long as you don't allow that 1/2 to be on the 5. All right. That's it. I didn't open up, I guess I'll have to. I didn't open up the, Schoology. Yeah, I have to anyway. Okay, pause this and come back. Okay, so for Kara at home and anybody else, our calendar's a couple days off. We're doing 8, 4, 3 to 54 by 3.